Hello students, today we will be discussing on the practical session. There is an energy gap of a semiconductor diode. So where in this chart I have written the aim, theory and the procedure. The aim of this experiment is to determine the energy gap of a semiconductor diode using a PN junction diode. So before starting this experiment, first we will try to know about this theory. As we know, the materials can be the conductor, insulator and a semiconductor. Conductor where the current will passes easily. Insulator where it will not allow the current to pass. The semiconductor, it lies between the conductor and the insulator. So in a semiconductor, there is an energy gap between the conduction band and the valence band. For a conductor, a certain amount of energy will be given to the electron so that it moves from valence band to the conduction band. The energy so needed is a measure of energy gap, that's a EG, between the valence band and the conduction band. When a PN junction is a reversed biased, then the current will be due to the minority carriers, whose concentration is depending on the energy gap EG. The reverse current IS, there is a saturated value, it's a function of the temperature of the junction diode. Here the procedure has been written. So before proceeding, I will show here the circuit diagram. This is a circuit diagram where the battery is there, voltmeter. Positive terminal of the voltmeter is connected to the positive of the microampere and negative is connected to the N side, and then a P side is connected to the negative terminal of the voltmeter, which is again connected to the negative terminal of the battery, and where this is the setup, the O1 built into the mains. So this circuit diagram is nothing but which is built here, the O1 which is built inside this kit. Okay, here in the circuit diagram, voltmeter is here. Here the voltmeter we can see a microampere where we can note down the current. This is here, and the diode P and N side. Here the diode P and N side, this is a positive and this one is a negative. And here the thermometer, the hole is provided where you can insert the thermometer, and here the O1 is there. This is the O1 which is a belt and it is connected to the main here, and the O1 a button will be given where the on and off button will be there where we can heat this one, and here the voltage we can set here to the 2 volts, 4 volts, 5 volts, and here the power on and off. So here, as I told, the positive of the voltmeter is connected to the positive of this current microampere. Here we can see here the positive is connected to this one positive, and the negative of this one is connected to the N side. Here the negative is connected to the N side, and the positive is connected, the negative is connected to the P side here. The negative is again connected to the P side. In this figure we can see here the negative is connected to the P side, and this already it is a built inside this kit. Okay, now we will proceed. So we have done the circuit connection as it in the kit here. So now in this hole insert the thermometer. So now switch on the oven. Switch on the oven. When the oven is switched on, the temperature will starts to rise up to the 100 degrees Celsius. As the temperature rises up to the 100 degrees Celsius, switch off this oven so that the temperature is further rises up to the 120 degrees Celsius, and there it becomes stable. I am repeating here. First, power on. As you power on, insert the thermometer, switch on this oven. As a result, there is an increase in the temperature. In the thermometer we can see up to 100 degrees Celsius, the temperature will increases. As it reaches to the 100 degrees Celsius, switch off this oven so that it will further rises to 120 degrees Celsius, and then it becomes stable. Now vary the bias voltage in the steps of 0.1 volt and note down the corresponding current. So constant current is a saturation current, that is 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 given at the temperature. So after some time, now we have to set this voltage here. As I told, keep this voltage for a 4 voltage, you can keep it and you can proceed the experiment, or else you can keep it for the 2 voltage, or else you can keep it for the 5 voltage. whichever we are convenient. So now we are keeping here for certain 5 voltage. Let us consider here. So now after some time the temperature will starts to fall here. As the temperature will starts to decrease, keep this voltage to the 5 voltage constant. As the temperature falls, correspondingly note down the current value here for every decrease in a temperature of 10 degrees Celsius. Okay. This voltmeter will show the constant. As I told, the 5 voltage. I will show here the tabular column. How you will note down this reading here. The current IS is represented by this IS in a microampere, and the temperature in a degree Celsius. There is a 90, 80, 70, 60. For 90 degrees Celsius, note down this current. For 80, note down its current. For 70 degrees Celsius, note down its current. For 60, note down its current. So these are the reference values I have shown here. So in the same way, when it reaches to the 90 degrees Celsius, what is its current? 80, what is its current? 60, what is its current? So in this way, you will note down its value. Okay. So then converts this temperature in degrees Celsius to the Kelvin by adding it by plus 273. You will get these results, and take a reciprocal of this temperature. You get a 1 by T, and here the current, you take it as a log of IS, and you get these values. Okay. After getting these values, you have to draw the graph. By plotting the graph between the log IS, this and this, you have to plot the graph between this, taking a 1 by T, reciprocal of a T on this axis, and the y-axis you are taking a log of IS. Okay. You will get the straight line. Then take down the slope here. A slope AB by BC. You will get the value. Okay. So now the energy gap, the formula, energy gap is equal to slope into Boltzmann constant. The value of the Boltzmann constant is given here. This is standard value. There's 1.38 into 10 to the power of minus 23 joule per Kelvin. So substitute this Boltzmann constant value here, and already have shown to plot the graph, and you got the slope value. Substitute this slope value here and multiply it. The standard value of the energy gap for the germanium diode varies from 0.68 electrovolt to 0.72 electrovolt. In this way, we can calculate the energy gap of a semiconductor diode using a